Hey Outworld, how are you going? Trent in the house already. Hello, hello, lovely humans. How's it going? How's it going? Uh-oh, we have got some mute issues. Okay, we're good now. Alright, today we are looking dominantly at Scandinavian games and as a warm-up exercise, what's the best opening for blitz play? There is no such thing. No such thing, my friend. If anyone tells you a specific answer to that question, they are absolutely clueless and lying to their through their teeth. It depends on your style, your knowledge, and in general there are no best openings. Because it's a very subjective thing. Because there are about 40 openings that are of roughly the same value, and then there is style, there is color, there is so many things into taking into consideration. Not answerable. Play what you feel happy with, what suits your style, what you enjoy. That's the answer no one likes to hear, because that's the truth. All right, we're not gonna muck around, ladies and gentlemen. We'll kick in, kick off, kick everything down, up, off. Whichever is appropriate. Let's go. Express Trains as first dude in the chat. Even for beginners, like, there are 47 openings I could tell you, so the answer doesn't change just because you are a pro or a beginner. Yeah, the small display view is for the friends of the phone view. This has been very successful, so I'm sticking with it for the time being at least. I also don't understand why you would want to specifically find an opening for Blitz, because Blitz is the least important format. You don't want to boast your rating, you want to boost it. And again, that's another classic case where there is no specific answer. I can't tell you that without seeing your games, knowing what you are doing right, knowing what you are doing wrong. I could stab in the dark and say that probably your calculation is off, not calculating enough, not deep enough, but that is lame answers. If I saw your games, I could give you a very thorough, very good answer. And if you think I'm avoiding answers, I'm not. I'm just telling you how it is. Alright, so the first game we are looking at is between two grandmasters from down under. Well, sort of. Mari Chandler is a Kiwi, Ian Rogers is an Aussie, and it is going to be a Scandinavian. SG, I just tuned in, buddy, so you are as early as one can be. Alright, what moves would we consider here for white? What are the moves we are considering for white in this position? At 1400 you can still have fun with the King's Gambit. I don't think, unless I would only change it if you dislike it. Bishop c4 is one of the best moves played in the game. Bishop d2 is the other very good one. Excellent. Bishop c4 played. Bishop g4. What do we do now for white? H3, excellent. You almost always want to ask this bishop. As soon as it lands on G4 creating a pin, almost always, if you know what you're doing in chess, you almost always want to go, what's up, buddy? Because now they need to reveal themselves. Do they want to retain the pin? Do they want to take? Do they want to back off? And each of those answers is a concession. Bishop H5 played. Bishop D2 now. Correct. Correct. E6. Now White has got a fair few candidate moves. No, retired Freddy. I just came on a few minutes ago. I think if you look down below, underneath the title of the stream, for me at least, it shows how long I have been online, and it says 6 minutes. Okay, castle is a small mistake here. And everyone who is recommending castles here, I have a strong feeling that you guys are not watching my YouTube videos, because I always talk about the fact that in these types of openings, castling queenside is almost always preferable. And the reason for that is because then your rook is already on a semi-open file and the other rook is joining the party. So as soon as you are already in this pawn structure with pawn on d4 and open e file, you should be thinking, am I really keen to go here? Can't I do better than that? Carlos, thank you for the subby, buddy. Appreciate you. Artrod, I would be happy to analyze your game, but first of all, that's not on the agenda today. And second of all, I usually analyze viewer games on certain conditions. Gifted subscriptions, yada yada yada. Tindy will tell you soon the conditions because I already forgot. But my good old mod Tindy is gonna take care of you. G4 is very good. Knight d5 is also good. So after e6, g4 is one of the better moves. Knight d5 is very good. Queen e2 followed by queenside castles. d3 are the best. Knight d5 played. Knight f6 played. Queen f6 played. Queen f6 is a mistake. They should have taken with the pawn. And the reason for that is because now after g4, this queen is very badly jammed in here. As a matter of fact, it looks like white is winning a queen here. Why is this move a mistake? Thank you, Carlos, for the sub, by the way, brother. Very kind. Yes. Twitch is already coming in strong with the answer. Let's see if YouTube can catch up. Why is this not winning? What devilish trick does black have here? Bishop takes c2, outstanding. Excellent job. Excellent job. And now we are getting tricked a little bit. Because if queen e2, then black has bishop b4 check. And if king f1, then black can slide here. And everything is safe. So, what should we do instead of bishop here? Soptika Emmanuel joining us on YouTube. Absolute legend. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Artworld, if you don't have money, buddy, that's totally fine. Because that's why I have my YouTube channel, where there are 5,000 educational videos that you should watch and learn a lot from. And it's completely free, my friend. So what should white do? 95, says random 1200 guy. One of the better moves. The reason why I dislike 95 is because it eliminates our own threat. C3 or queen e2 seems good. One of them is very good as GFXN. Queen e2. Because now bishop takes c2 is not coming with the tempo, and therefore bishop g5 is gonna hurt. Very good. Bishop takes c2. And now we need a clever move. By the way, there is a game in my course with Judith Polgar, which we analyzed last time, where Judith played this with white, and the game went exactly like this one. Signum function, I see. Fair enough. Bishop g5 is met by queen g6. We have seen that before. We've got something better. Yes, the Yusupov books are very good, but they are harder than what people say. Like, they are quite challenging. But in general, they are brilliant. Highly recommended. So first you want to kick the bishop. Bishop c3 is the same problem, that it eliminates our own threat with bishop g5. Hello, Omar. Is this position weak for white? No, it's completely winning already for white, my friend. Because of superior development at a central control, which is what openings are about. No one has said the correct move yet, guys. And I gave you a most obvious hint. We need to hit this guy. But this is not useful because I can go here. Yeah, Trejo! Mr. Louis Trejo coming in strong. Rook c1, bringing another attacker in. And the point is that now if we move this bishop out somewhere, let's say here, this bishop is stuck. It's trapped. Bishop a4, b3, bishop b5. You take it and they can't take back because of check. Oops. Now the game continuation was queen g6, but then instead of bishop a5, they went bishop f4. This is also good for the same reason. The bishop is stuck. How do we win now after bishop e4? Very easy question. Casual Dad says knight e5, baby. Casual Dad knows how to put pieces in the center. Not knight h4. Not knight h4. Cardinal sin. I can go here. It's winning, but nah. Knight e5, baby. In the center. Always. So, black played bishop b4 check, king f1, and bishop b1. Trying to get cute. And now white has got a forced win. A beautiful forced win. I'm very curious if anyone can calculate this. It's about 5 moves. But it's completely forcing. Only moves all the way. What castle are you talking about? We have a king on f1, bro. Knight e5 is not good now because of queen e4. Attacking the rook, threatening trade, attacking f4. That's too soon. King g2 allows bishop e4. Also not good. Knight g5. What looks tempting about knight g5? I don't even understand what you're trying to do. Knight g5. How? Yeah, I don't get what part of this looks tempting. Can't I just kick you out for starters? Alright, remember guys, last time we went through... Whoopsies, never mind. Wait. Remember how we went through my course with Judith Polgar? Yeah? And we learned about tactics. And the first and most important thing that I told you about tactics was that you always start your calculation with checks, then captures, then threats. Right? Since we have got no sensible checks, you look at captures. This bishop takes e6. That makes absolutely no sense. And then there is rook b1. And let's calculate rook b1, shall we? Because this is a textbook case that I teach a concept and then people don't follow it ever. And I don't necessarily mean the stream, but it's a regularly recurring issue. When we technically know what we are supposed to do, but we don't do it. It's not d5. And that's exactly the reason why it's not d5 is because although d5 is good, you should only come to d5 if you eliminated the captures. And rook b1 needs love. Well, did you try harder to that? So after rook takes, queen takes, king g2, queen g6. Obviously we are onto the queen like mad. So did you look at how we can attack the queen again? I told you that it was about 5 moves deep. Now you are already 3 moves in. So you just need to find the remaining 2 and you are golden. Exactly, Praxis streams. Like, how hard can it be? Rook takes, queen takes, king here. Queen has nowhere to go other than back here. Bishop d3. Only legal move, queen f6. Bishop g5 traps the queen. If we want to be very honest with ourselves, this is a 1500 level calculation tops. Right? Like, let's reflect on what went down. Take. Attack. 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 Queen is trapped. No sidelines, completely forced. All the way. Right? I always get into a beef with, well, not into beef, but into a bit of a dispute with people when they say that, oh, this is too hard. Like, no. This is an easy calculation. The only trick or sideline that you need to see in this line is that here black has f5. And you just need to have the balls to go, yep, bishop f5 and black is dead lost. Which is exactly how the game went, by the way. Queen f6. What do we do? It doesn't matter how many minutes it takes, buddy. I didn't say you needed to see it in 2 seconds. What I said was that it shouldn't be difficult. Retreating moves are hard sometimes, but where was the retreating move, bud? Yeah, bishop g5. Correct, casual dad. Well done. Dude, that's not a retreating move when you are attacking a queen. Come on. Like, that's not a retreat. Let's be real. I would never call that a retreating move when a bishop that does sweet bugger all attacks a queen by moving back 1 square. This is not a retreating move. This is vicious aggression. Yeah, whatever. No. Alright, I mean the rest is just carnage, right? Bishop e6, bishop b3 check, and now the black king is utterly exposed. This actually wasn't best. Queen here with mate was better. Oh. Alright, who can see a very sexy mate into here? Mr. Landau, welcome in. Yeah, knight g6 is kindergarten, yeah. Very good. Knight g6 and mat. They played king e8. Knight f7. And believe it or not, the engine already says mate in 5. Yeah, Rogers played rook f8 but resigned before allowing check and mate. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, that was carnage. Thank you, Pedro, for the YouTube sub. All right, I'm looking for our next example. Rough. Okay, this is gonna be a lot more complicated. Yeah, that's not an everyday pattern, I agree. Alright, left Sahis against Yefimov. Now this knight c6 line is very popular on lower level chess. It's not good, but you need to know a little bit of theory here in order to defeat it. The most important thing you need to know here is that the best move is bishop d2. Usually they play bishop g4, and then you need to play knight b5. This hits the queen goes back to b6, and then you need to know that there is an important pawn sack here with c4. This threatens to trap the queen, so they have to take. You take, they take, you take. Sataru Gojo, thank you. Take, take, only move check, take, take, and white is better in this endgame because of two bishops, better pawn structure, better development. So that's what you need to know about this knight c6 line. Bishop b5 is also good, but this is second best only. Bishop d7, bishop d2. Castles. a4 best. What is white's threat now? What would we do against, let's say, this move? Actually, I just defended the threat. Let's say, what would we do here? Yep, knight d5 traps the queen. Very good. So for this reason, black played here queen b6. Now that hits d4. And this was okay. d5 is also a good move here, but a5 is a very cool pawn sack. We want to open this file onto the enemy king. They have to take. But here there is an absolutely crazy move for white. I wonder if anyone can find it. Sai's played queen e2, which is second best. The best move is absolute crazy city. Rook takes a5 is not that great because after queen takes you don't have a good discovery. Good, a cool idea, but it doesn't work here. b4 I like, but then the knight goes back and then I'm not sure what we have. Also, maybe after b4 I can just take b5. And if you take, I just sidestep it with queen a6. It's not bad, but it's not great. What we need to observe here is that currently black has no threats. Because bishop b5, knight b5, queen b5, we can just take this. So you can do literal anything. No, it's not bishop d7. So the correct move, as always, is to put pieces in the center, as Mario Plays Chess says, knight e5. Hitting this, hitting this. If they take, we take. If they take, we take. And now this is hanging, this is hanging, this is hanging. You found it, the GM didn't. GM played queen e2. take, back. And the GM failed here to find knight e5 again. By far the best move. Because after takes, we can check. And only then take back. And that's quite destructive. c4 was played by the GM. e5. Actually, white played this game with a fair few mistakes. Here, both d5 and c5 are winning. The GM is behind the white pieces, my friend. So I decided to take this. I really don't get why not c5. Which literally forces take, and then, yeah, bishop e3, rook c1, you name it. Yeah, I don't get this, why he took this. Castles. And now we are back on track. Engine's 3 favorite moves in this position. Bishop f4, rook fd1, and b4. Engine says, I've got no Fs to give about the knight hanging on b5. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. For example, takes. Let's say I go back. Rook c1, and the black king is absolutely helpless. Wow. That's not the type of chess I play. GM came back home instead. And almost lost all his advantage. It's almost equal now. If in this position black had taken with the queen, they would have been slightly better. With subsequent bishop d6 mate threat. They took with the horse. What would you do now? Don't say bishop c3, yeah? Because then queen takes c4. Yeah, the engine went like, yeah, hold my beer. Exactly. Rook c1 doesn't do much, does it? It's the wrong file. Hello from France. Bonjour, Fabrice. Bonjour. Bonjour. Bishop f4 would also miss queen takes c4. What we want, ladies, is rook to d1. Because now if I take this... Actually, maybe not. Wait, push the bishop f4 queen, he loses to this, right? Oh, I should have asked you to find this. I should have asked you to find this. And after takes, we win the queen. So what's wrong with Mr. Landau's bishop f4? Ah, it's rook d5. Oh, okay. And then queen f4. Ouchie. Ouchie. So rook d1. f6. Bishop f4. Now it's good because it's double attack. Queen takes. We've got knight b6 again. So they drop back. Are you Magnus? No. I wish. I wish. Alright, take. And b4 is reasonably obvious. Here white has got a sensational tactic. I don't think I would have seen this idea in advance. I would have found it here, but not in advance. Mario, that is my absolute pleasure, my friend. b5 is too soft. That does nothing. Queen g4, I just go to king b8, yeah? Sack the knight is not a bad idea, but you need to be a little bit more careful about where and how you do it. No one found the solution yet. Nah, come on. c5. Soft. What happened with checks, captures, threats, folks? Isn't it what we do? Checks, captures, threats. How many checks have you typed in the chat? None. Colors, you solved it. Carlos, well done, buddy. You the man. You the man. Okay, my friend Sigma found it finally. So the correct move is the absolutely sensational check. Because we start with checks. And we already see that this is going to be decisive if we clear the knight away from here. Like, what you notice here as a tactical pattern is that if the knight wasn't here, queen g4 check would win. So all you need to do is to rid yourself off with the knight. But knight e7 resolves the problem because it defends the rook. So you obviously opt for the other one. And that's it. They took with the queen, which allowed this. If they had taken with the pawn, that's a slightly different story, but hardly better. Check. And now Matutsky is coming. The real beauty here is that rook d7 is mate in 6. But the cheeky queen f5 creates the unstoppable threat of check and mate. Ouch! Nice queen, brother. Nice queen, brother. Not bad. It wasn't bad. Alright, next one is going to feature a legend from England. Let's give it up for Michael Adams. Wait, why did I not copy the names of the dudes? What? Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, that's better. Bishop f4 is a weird move here. Bishop c4 is standard. Alright, let's play for white. Let's play for white. We have a fair few very good moves here. Bishop g2 is one of them. Excellent. In fact, best. Wasn't played. No, I don't like queen d3 as much because I would rather go to f3, which is exactly what Adams did. Why would you go to d3 and not f3? Yeah, queen f3. Very good. Knight f6. Queenside castles, as we are obliged to do. h5, stupid move. g5, great move. Queen d5. And now we are being challenged. Let's see how you respond to the challenge, ladies. Yetindi, the thing is, the pawn is not capturable, right? Like, that's exactly how one's brain should work. That you want to give this up. Because queen d4 loses the knight, yeah? The rook d1, see ya. Okay, so what now? This is a real challenge. Take your time, not easy. This round requires a bit of calculation. Sack the rook. But how do we sack the rook? Is he? Yeah. Can you please put the kettle on? I need a tea. Queen b3 says Twitch. Yeah, Queen b3, guys, because we want to counterpunch here. Not g3. Queen g3 allows a lot of black moves, including knight e4, h4. No. Queen b3 is the move. And now this is losing by force to take. And we're just winning the queen side entirely. And this is still hanging, by the way. Not playable. They played b5. This is the real challenge. When you voted for Queen b3, you had to see this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should be looking at b5. Very good. Bishop takes b8 is a swear word in this household. When you are taking an undeveloped knight with a developed bishop, that's how you get sent to the corner. Of course, why wouldn't you take this knight here? No brainer, right? Take. And now the only thing that we need to cover is take. What now? There are about 14 wins here for white. Real chess, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, 110 ninjas. Cheers, Barita. Welcome in. Thank you for the sub. Knight check gets captured, yeah? Morris Smith also recommends knight d6 in the Twitch chat, but once again, I take you. You take back, I go back to d5. This doesn't look anywhere near as good as it should. F3 I don't understand. What? F3? Why would you play F3, Bam? I mean, you want to lock the queen in, but yeah. You need to find moves that murder here a lot better. 110 Ninja says knight e3. I'm guessing you want bishop g2. So knight e3 would be met by queen e4, yeah? Well, that doesn't seem to work. I mean, it wins, but it's not the cleanest by any means. I like d5 a lot. That is a super aggro move. That is what good chess looks like. When you go for broke. Love it. I absolutely love that move. It's not quite clear to a human mind that this is absolutely destroying black. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But I don't think that there is an easier way to win here than what happened in the game, which was take. Take, and then queen across. Hits the bishop, threatens bishop g2. Game over. Yeah? No, because c5 here. It's just hanging this, buddy. Like, no, this is gonna be far worse. Because now when I move the knight, I will have bishop b5 check. Like 95 here, and you can't stop this. Yeah, no, this is infinitely worse. This is infinitely worse because now you are getting killed everywhere. Alright. How do we win now? I don't know why I keep on yawning. I apologize. There are about 47 winning moves here for white. What you don't want to do here is take. Yeah, you do want to do this. I was about to say bishop g2. Because then they can take, and take. But even this is completely winning for white. Because we have got something sexy here. What do we have here? Queen g5 doesn't win because of rook f6. No, no, no. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Correct. Bishop takes e6. That's it. But instead, Adams played in this position knight d5. Which is a classic case of being a sadist. Because now this is a threat. And this is a threat. And while you are looking for the cutest winning move in this position, I'm gonna very quickly duck out and make myself a tea because my throat is getting very dry. Be right back. Yeah, oh yeah, that's completely winning for white too. Oh man, that tea is gonna save my life. Okay, what is the move? Why is Oh, Sully is here. Sully, what the hell, man? I need an absentee note from your parents to explain why you were around, were you not around when I started. Okay, let me check. No winning moves on Twitch. No winning moves on YouTube. Are you guys sleeping on the question? Queen b7 is second best. After Queen b7, black is compelled to play Rook f6. But there is a better move here. George Maris. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Maris. C4 it is, lords. Lords and ladies. C4 it is. And now C5 is a mate threat. And takes, knight takes, wins the queen. Was that good? Yep. Yep, exactly. I still prefer Queen f7. Get out of town, Tindy. Get out of town. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nice start, says Sully, who is now late to the stream. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes, baby. One of my favorite chess coaches and chess authors, the legend himself. I don't know why freaking Chess Space doesn't copy this properly. Vlastimil Janza in the white trunks. Check this out. This is gonna be an epic one. This is gonna be an epic one. Alright, ladies. Play with white. I told you already, Tindy, 47 times how to beat the Portuguese variation. It's an absolute piece of turd. That line. It's a free win for white, basically. All of you are telling that the Portuguese is annoying and tricky. Shame on you. And by the way, it's in my Chessable course as to how to destroy it. It's so freaking simple. This is what you need to do. You play d4. Yeah? d4. That's all you need to know. If knight d5, then c4 and white is better. Almost all the Portuguese bozos he play bishop b5 and you go check. And they're completely cooked here. Because you can take c6. and c7 is going to win a house. It's the club players 1e4 white repertoire. This is winning a piece for white, not playable. So in this position, they have to go back to d7. And after bishop takes... what do they usually do here? Oh no, sorry. What they usually do here is knight d7. And then you pull the bishop back to e2. Queen e2, knight d5, c4, knight back, knight f3. And black is sitting on this pile of dirt. Like... passive shit pieces, no counterplay, hopeless. And that's their best line. That's it. That's all you need to know. If you say Portuguese Gambit one more time in my chat, I'm gonna yell at you. Go and get my chessable course and get good. It's all in there. Okay, lines player moves please for white. That was not 36 moves, you bozo. That was about 10. What 36 moves? Bro, I'm a move 10. Literal move 10. Come on, Tindy. Get a grip. Castles. Yes, very good. Short castle, Omar. I already yelled at you twice that we don't castle short here. That's chicken chess club. That's for the sissies. This is lame. Lame. Don't do this. Garbage. Castle here. Bring the rook in. Bring the other rook in. If you're telling me, Tindy, that 10 absolutely logical moves is too much, we might have to go back to tic-tac-toe, brother. Castles. G4. And now black is busted. Okay, let's lead the charge. Lead the charge, ladies. H4. Very good, Sally. Sack on e6 is definitely huge no-go. First of all, after takes, we have got rook f7. Second of all, you will lose to rook e8 as well. Way too premature and poorly timed too. H4. Just win. Exactly. Exactly. H4. A3 is also acceptable but unnecessary. H4. H5. Now A3. Tuck. Tuck. There. What do we do? GH5, but black has a tactic here. What is black's tactical idea? Bishop b3 first. That would be clever, but then I have queen a6 to annoy you. Now, take is correct, but you need to see the response. It's not bishop h5, it's bishop c2. Yeah. Bishop here is far worse, because then after take rook g1, the queen is really well placed here. We're threatening now rook g7. So bishop c2 is the move. What should we do now for white? High T moves only, please. High T moves only. You know what a high T is? This. This is high T. Yeah, rook to g1. Very good. Why is no one laughing at my high T joke? I'm insulted. Now, queen takes c2 is really bad, because then they take on c4. Well, really bad is harsh. But we don't want that. This is a lot better. Thank you, Signum. Okay, let's go, ladies. Lead the charge. We need to attack. D5. D5. Huh. Don't I have E5 then? Yeah, it's definitely H6, guys. I think D5 is met by E5, no? And you can't take it twice, because then this is hanging. Yeah, H6, definitely. G6? What now? H5. Very good. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, guys. When the attack is flowing so smoothly, just let it roll. Don't reinvent the wheel. What now? A lot of peeps want to take on G6. I don't really like this move. And I tell you why. Because once the pawn takes back, now the rook is also seeing the bishop on F5. And the rook in general can participate in the defense. This is a textbook case of releasing tension too soon. Take bishop E6. Rook e8 is a textbook case of how we can go from completely winning to almost lost. Tindi, keep your proudest body part in your pants, buddy. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. It's still foreplay, brother. It's still foreplay. Keep it in your pants. Bishop d3. Very good. We need to eliminate the best defender before we can crack them on g6. You don't need to rush it like this and this because black has nothing. It's not like they have got an attack already down here. Yeah? Keep it in your pants. Chill. Time will come. In fact, the time has come. Now pieces have been optimized. We are good to go. But how? Yeah, Tindi, you would be a brilliant politician, brother, because the masses follow you wherever you go. So I don't know what your next move is gonna be in life, brother, but I think you need to be either a religious preacher or a politician. The money is gonna roll in either way. Now rook takes g6 is already good, but if you wanna do it the neatest possible way, you take first, and then you take. Tom, welcome in, by the way. And Tony PDXI in the house. A new Saberski. He took. I got the land for a cult. I reckon you should go for it, buddy. Girth at birth or something like that would, I think, be appropriate based on the leader. What do you say? Alright, let's finish this, guys. Let's finish this. Queen h5 is actually a blunder here because of king h7. Yeah, queen g4 check is the correct one because now these two can be met by mate. Oh, hold the mate in too, brother. I have this. Yeah, if you wanna be lame, you can just play d5 like the GM did and pick off the queen. That will do it. But there is a mate. In 10 moves. Which according to Tindi is too much for a chess player. So I will show you. That was the mate that we needed to see. Any questions? I guess no more questions, yeah? Yeah, that's when we go like, okay, we are taking the queen, thank you. By the way, the longest mate was king c4. Check, check, and then mate. Wait. Yeah, mate. Sorry. Mate, because the rook cuts off the 5th rank. Yeah. Look, if you love the ladies, take the queen. Right. Okay, one more, or shall we switch to playing? Tindy, what do you want, buddy? Yeah, everyone is taking the lady. You guys love the ladies. I like that. I'm a big fan of the ladies too. Go again. Okay. Okay, working on it. Hold the horses. I will get one more. Holy Moses! This is one of the best I've ever seen. And this is actually against someone who is a Scandi expert. John Nash? You mean John Nunn? This game, guys, is gonna blow your socks off. This game is gonna blow your socks off. Here we go. Alright, this is our starting point. Let's go. Moves, please. I know that John Nash is a genius. I just don't see what we have to do with him now. Apparently there is some weird drama going on about Belenkaya on the Reddit, but because we are drama-free environment, I'm just going to walk past it. Castle's queenside. Wait a second. Let me ask Omar. Omar, what are we playing here? Rocade. Correct. Rocade. Lokaya Kasue. I'm glad to see some culture in there. Thank you, Omar. Good boy. Castle long. Excellent. Well done. Let's go. Next move. By the way, note the rating discrepancy. Yeah, the improvement is crystal clear, brother. Max Lira, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Rook H1 is decent. I like. I don't like Bishop F4 because it forces trades. We don't want to trade. I think I would play Rook E1. G4 was played. Actually, no, I would play this. Because the idea of G4 is to discourage castles on account of G5, Queen F7. Knight B6. White he played a move that is absolutely the last one you would think of. Bishop b5. Tindi, you can't keep it in your pants, can ya? Like, you just have to absolutely unzip every step of the way. Tindi sees a chessboard and he has to let go. So, Bishop b3 is very logical and potentially best. This mad lad played this. Now the idea is obvious. He wants to relocate on g2 and try to stir the pot there. But it's very, very iffy. That being said, rook d8 is also bad. He needed to castle here. And after g5... Now knight d5 is not good. Because then, and this is the other point of this move, c4 is good to go. Yeah, so one thing in the Scandinavian guys that is not apparent as a problem for white until you played a fair few games is that these pieces in a way are misplaced because you want to have a pawn on c4. Right? And so in light of that, bishop f1 makes perfect sense. His plan is that against a null move, he wants to kick the knight, he wants to go here, and he wants to go c4. It all makes perfect sense. It's not best, because you can do the same shit with bishop on b3. That's the whole point. Like, you can still go g5, you can still go knight here, and you can still go c4. But the idea of giving up the c4 square for the pawn is very clever. I mean, he had to do it because the bishop was hanging. But anyway. Oof, this looks dicey. Once again, knight d5, knight here. Bishop here c4. And we trap the knight, yeah? How is bishop d3 worse? I can't argue with that, brother. No. Omar, you are always onto this weak king bullshit. King is weak when it can be attacked, not when there is no pawns in front of it. Oh, sorry. h4 played. Rook d4 mistake. And now it is time for Tindi to unzip and reveal the monster. Here is the time for Tindi to shine. Knight b5. What do I mean by the monster? Ah, well. Good old Tindy will tell you about all of that. Knight b5. Beauty. Take. Knight d7. And here actually white missed the best move, regrettably. That's the noise I also like. Thank you, NM Jerko. That is a bit iffy name. Bishop f4 was played, but there is a better move to do the same. That's it. Bishop a5. But what is the move after queen a5? Ah, Tindy, I was just saying at this moment that this is your time to unzip and release the monster. And then people were asking about what monster I was talking about. And I said to them that you will explain yourself. So after bishop a5, what is the move here? Just got blocked by a GM Loki. Kind of fire. Who the heck is GM Loki? Yeah, queen b7. And white is down 2 pieces, but in reality we are up 2 pieces and a rook. What is the difference between bishop f4 and queen a5? The difference is that now I can just take this. And only lose like this. Not a lot. It's a level of how losing it is. They went rook takes, bish check, queen takes, and now we still need to find a few accurate moves to bring this home. Let's go. The next move is very important. You got by Alexei Korneev. Oh well. Life is tough. Black is still schmocked, yes. Queen a4 is suboptimal because of queen c6. Rook d3 is second best, but there's a much better way to deploy the rooks. Tom is the man of the moment. Rook h3, because this rook is already playing. This one isn't. No, rook d3 is vastly inferior, because this one allows you both of these. This is infinitely better than that. What now? Rook c3 is surprisingly second best. The better move is apparently rook f3, forcing the knight to f5 first, and then rook c3. Very cool stuff. Now black tried this, and for the second time Tindy now can properly unzip and reveal. The other way around is good too, but this is better. Because now the knight is helpless. Yeah, rook c5. That's it. Unzip and release the monster. Takes. And now we've got mate. Not taking the rook. Mate. For goodness sake. Questions? Nice. Noise. Noise indeed, brother. Noise indeed. Nifty. Nifty, my ladies. Alright. Time for us to boost the rating a little bit. So let's see. Do you want blitz or bullet or both? Okay, I have a question. Is the audio scuffed now? Oh, please take. Oh, come on. I think there is a line here where you take and you play e5 and then there are 5,000 double pawns. Rockstar, thank you, buddy. That's cute, right? The audio is good. Okay, great. And then you just pull back and now these guys are hurting. There is something like this. The engine, I think doesn't like it, but I do. So screw the engine. Pranay, also a Scandi player. We use the e4 square to blockade. Optimally, we want to trade this for this. Ooh, queen d7. That would be nice. But no, because then I can play c3 to deny this knight coming in here. Fallout Key, thank you, thank you. Hey, buddy. Oh, Rockstar in the house. Hello, dude. Thank you for subbing. Welcome to the chess improvers community. Okay, so if I take this, he might want to take with the pawn. And then queen here will get very, very scary, crazy, good, fun. So let's do that. Take here. Take check here. Actually, I don't really have an attack there, so after this I think I have to retreat. But that's fine. That is totally fine. I didn't expect the first game to be that quick and yeah, all that jazz, but that's fine. Okay, so he opted for bishop takes, which allows us to come back. Now if I had another move, I would play c3. Although knight d6 looks delicious too. Queen g4 looks very good now. Yeah, I see no reason why I shouldn't play queen g4 now. Threatening this. Let's go back here. As in, let's go here. Now I have got bishop d3, queen g6 mate ideas already. But this move tells me he wants b5, right? So this is when you don't pull back, because you are anticipating this to be next. So I play a useful move, wait for him to kick me, and that's when I will go back, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Did I have queen d7 after bishop takes f6? Yes, I did. But after queen d7, I thought that this endgame was lame compared to what we have now on the board, which is going to be an epic checkmate attack. But good question, Ninja. Good question. Queen e8, logical. Let's go rook d1. Putting pressure here. Yep. Let's go knight d6. This looks stupid, but now queen e4 is already a very brutal threat. Very difficult to hold too. I didn't see this move. Knight e7. So if rook d1, knight f5. Queen e4. Actually, it's funny. Queen e4 here wins. Because after knight f5, I can play g4. Queen g6, I can just go here. Although, actually, that's a bit iffy, innit? I have a bad feeling about this because I feel like I'm lining up my queen and queen, but I don't see a way to... No, I don't see a way to exploit that, so we are doing it. And in fact, now after takes, they can't retake with the pawn because that's hanging too. I forgot about knight g3 check, but thank God it doesn't do anything because my queen is guarded. I don't know what that was. Why don't I stream at 9? If you want me to stream at 9, I will stream at 9. Alvin, I didn't intend to play viewers today. Maybe on a separate stream I might do that, but today I had different plans. I hope you don't mind, brother. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing in this opening. I guess we'll go for some IQP. I don't know if d5 is annoying or not. What do you guys reckon? A typical motive is to bring the queen up here. So that's what we're going to do. And that way I stepped out of this and I'm having some control of d5. Now we're going to deploy the bishops. Oshki, how are you going? Tindy, I will leave it up to you. You are free to determine it. So it doesn't really have a threat here because I'm covering it with both. And also... Yeah, let me think about this a little bit though. Just better to be safe than sorry. Bishop h4, maybe just go here. Sometimes queen c6 is very obnoxious with the mate threat out there. Yep, I'm gonna go rook e8. This also makes this a non-threat. If rook g3, I think I have e5. Hopefully. Let's go. That was very quick. Oh, the time is nigh. I see. Yeah, that's what I was a bit confused whether you were going there or whether you went to that. Why am I not streaming at actual night? Yeah, I don't think d5 was good at all. I wasn't worried about that move. Whoo! When I played queen f4, I didn't even realize that my knight was hanging. d6 is unpleasant. Yeah, I missed this. Okay, I don't know why he's not blockading or not pushing this pawn. Now I can blockade it. Oh, he wants to flag me. He's not thinking. He just wants to win. This is my classic mistake all the time in blitz. That I want to win the board, not the clock. Should have gone bishop f5 actually there. Because I need to cancel out knight e4 so I can go around with the horse. He's very clearly not trying to do anything but flag me. Which frankly, I find really obnoxious. I mean, knight d1. Really, bro? Really? I mean, he's forced to play knight c4, otherwise rook c3 is quite annoying. No? Okay. Don't know what my dude is cooking, but it's looking a bit sus now. That was a good move though. He wants knight b5, which is good. Okay, I forgot that we were playing blitz. So OG now. Why no increment? Yeah, I always forget that. Apologies for the lack of increment, but don't worry. Fury House is coming now. Thank you for the sub, buddy, or the follow, whichever it was. This is my new favorite line in the Bishop the Sozin. And from your name, it's crystal clear to us that you are a Pole. As in a Polish dude. So now g6 is already looking very tempting, but then maybe queen f6 is still okay. Wife, we need to return that. Pro streamer. Pro streamer. Pawn. Pawn. Nah, forget it. Nah, forget it. Yeah, what's up? No, that's okay. It's a green screen. I'm seeing a green screen too. I don't know what's cooking. What? Okay, I absolutely have no idea how to loading screen. Green, baby, green. Yeah, I know it's all good on Twitch.